Welcome to What the Fuck is in the Box. This is the YouTube show where we show you what's new out in the 12-volt industry. And I want to take time to thank you for clicking on the show. With me, I have
Mike Barcia.
Where's your territory, Mike?
So I work here with Dow Technologies. I cover from everywhere from beautiful Panhandle, Florida, all the way to Pensacola, and all the way down to beautiful Naples, Florida.
Man, you have a nice territory.
It's amazing. Like every time I travel a territory, I was like, hey, what tiki bar do you want to go to tonight? You know, because they're everywhere. It's very nice.
Before we jump in, I want to make sure you like, comment, and subscribe because we're going to do what with these?
We're going to give this stuff away.
I just think that's a shame.
Oh, I know. I want it in my truck.
I mean, now the show is where we open up, show you everything what's in it. So definitely watch it to the end, but make sure to put your way for us to identify you, shop name, and we'll give this away to one of you guys. So what did you bring with you, Mike?
So we brought two items today. The reason we brought two is because they kind of go together. You can You can use just the one piece by itself, which is the replacement review mirror. You can use it as a replacement, and you can just strap it onto the factory one, right? Mm-hmm. So it makes it for easy install. Some cars, like a Mercedes, for example, when you can't take it off the rear view on the windshield, it comes from the headliner. When it comes to the headliner, you can do it like this, and then if you have the ability, you can off the windshield, you can use this install kit, which makes it for a lot nicer install.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Much nicer install. Something that you'd get from an independent retailer that's a specialist in this type of field to make it look like it came from factory.
Yeah, you could literally just sell this over the counter. It makes it for a super simple install. But if you're gonna do it the way I would want to have it in my vehicle, I would add the install kit to it.
100%.
Replace it, and it just looks super clean. Looks like factory.
So what's the name of this product?
This is Rydeen. It's our good folks over there, Phil and those guys.
Is there a model number for it?
Oh yeah, the TOMBO360.
I was only asking because do you know what Tombo is?
You know what? Actually, other than a model number in this, I'm not sure what Tombo means.
Do you know?
I know the 360.
Maybe put it in a comment.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
It means dragonfly in Japanese.
Ah, I don't speak Japanese, so I didn't realize that.
Neither do I.
Yeah.
Probably never will.
Probably never will.
Well, let's start with the camera here.
But you know what I'll tell you about this,
mirror.
Mike? Is I've seen this thing in action. Wow. The picture quality is incredible. The 360-degree camera right underneath the rearview mirror is great for YouTube drivers, or like I have young daughter drivers, put them in their cars so they can watch what's going on. Makes it awesome.
So I know, and we want to thank Phil and Ruben for sending this to give away from you guys, but I know they've had this at Knowledge Fest with the Rydeen van and even at our Elite Retreat, and I can't believe how many people come up and get to see in action and like, oh my gosh, this is just amazing. Because everybody's got one of those stories where they got rear-ended or a friend got rear-ended and it turned into a nightmare. And this is a type of product that can save you a lot of money or somebody else that you know. So
not only is it a great quality product, a lot of the replacement rear mirrors are kind of cheesy, kind of cheap. This is not, okay? The build quality is phenomenal and it's not expensive and you get a lot for your money.
Well, let's take a look. The box is nice. As always, lots of specs on it, different languages. There you go. Check it out. Take a look at the box and we'll open it up.
Quality's there. As Rydeen always calls it, it's the gift box, right? So it's like a nice watch or a nice pair of shoes that you unpackage.
So what do we got here?
Owner's manual. This is the stuff that you'll never read. Ends up in the garbage, but it's really good to read. Really is.
Before I do take it out of there, just to see how well it's packaged on there. So if it's coming, if we're shipping it to you to a retailer shop, it's not going to get banged up or anything. It's going to arrive there really safe, nice. Especially with what happens with the parcel carriers, FedEx, UPS, and them. Kicking it down the road and stuff. Yeah, look at this. Okay. Well, that's the main piece. Take a look at that.
Yeah, again, guys, the build quality on this is phenomenal. One of my favorite parts is you have the directional side pieces, so that way for collision avoidance for your left and right. I mean, this is a really high quality piece. I mean, look at that quality of the mirror. A lot of mirrors don't actually show you yourself either. This works good on just actually regular reflections. You can see that you have the build quality of the 360-degree camera on the very bottom. It's really an awesome, well-built piece for sure.
Yeah, it's a polished edge mirror. Look at that
Frameless.
higher car, frameless in that. And when I was reading on it, that the glass is actually optically bonded to it to give it more brightness on it. And I like that's my favorite feature on it. I mean, that's the camera, and it sees 360, and it's so discreet on there. All other ones, you have to actually mount it onto the windshield. This one, you don't have to mount anything on the windshield, which makes it nice.
Yeah, and then downfall too with the pieces that you put on your windshield too is it also has a Steal Me sticker on it, right? It says, break my window, steal this, where this looks more factory. So it's a much cleaner job.
Let's see what else we got here.
GPS antenna, which is really, really important when it comes to, let's say you're driving down the street, you have your 360-degree camera, somebody pulls out in front of you, God forbid there's a problem, this will tell you how fast you're going, this will tell you the impact, everything. You'll have to have that for any type of insurance claim. That's really, really important. This is how you Velcro this bad boy to the factory rear view mirror. So if you have a factory rear mirror you can't replace, this is how you'll actually install this piece to it.
There you go.
Nice little rubber mounts, little fishy mounts, and some additional cables. And this is what you'll use if you want to just hardwire it. This is for your, over-the-counter sale that somebody just wants to strap it to the factory rear view mirror, plug it into a cigarette lighter, and call it a day. It makes it for a real super simple install.
And that's not necessarily how we would recommend install it. So we have this piece, but that's why we have the second piece. We're going to show you how to get that professional installation on it. And then last two pieces, little tools for installing it.
Yep, and the cleaner for the rearview mirror. Little screwdriver. I mean, who doesn't want one of these in their toolbox? I'm just saying, this is awesome.
You lie!
All right, let's check out this one. So this is the piece that you do want to get if you're going to an independent 12-volt retailer, your car audio shop, such like that. They'll probably be offering you the second piece because they'll make it a much cleaner installation. You won't have extra wires hanging down with just the basic install. We'll just go ahead and open up the box on that one. You can see it's kind of nice, everything it comes with.
Yep.
Right there. Thank you, Mike.
Yep.
Definitely well packaged. Let's see, what do we have here, Mike?
So that's the actual mount, and then you mount this to the back of the rearview mirror, and it just clips on like so. So it makes it a little bit thicker, but at the same time, it's just super clean. I mean, it's very, very well built. If you look at this part, they did a really great job on this.
There you go.
More of those lovely things people never read.
Let's see, what do we have here? You know what that piece?
I do not, actually.
I'm pretty sure that's the proximity sensor. So it does have it when you do with the PROKIT on it. It has it where it actually has a sensor where it can read if you have it pointing forward, if it senses any motion in front of you, or if you have it pointed down, it can do an area around the car to see if anybody walks up to it. So part of getting it with the PROKIT.
I learned something today. One thing that's really nice about the PROKIT is it does also include the rear view backup camera. So you can actually add this to this, wired up to your ignition wire. So when you put the ignition in, your rear view mirror also turns into a backup camera. So you have your backup camera and you have your 360-degree camera. So this is a lot of value right here. And this is not a cheap camera. This is a very well built, great quality HD camera.
And it's made specifically for the Tombo. So actually none of the other Rydeen cameras actually work with it. You have to use this camera with it. So that's why you have to get this kit if you want that feature.
Yeah, it's all proprietary.
There we go.
So this just gets you on all your adapters and stuff like that for installing the rear view mirror itself. It has like different ball sockets. So when you replace the factory rear mirror with this piece, you're going to mount it from here to the factory windshield.
One of the nice things about Rydeen is everything is included in the box to do the job. There's no like extra part you need to get or figure out when you want this kit or any other Rydeen. Everything comes with it. And here, take a look at some of these, Mike. Even some of the...
Yeah, this mount quality is awesome. They do a great job. It's not just flimsy plastic. It's got some good weight to it. It's actually metal. This is what you're going to replace on the factory rear view
another one here.
On your windshield. You take the rear view mirror off. You slide this on and mount it to it. It's really, really nice.
Mount one.
Yeah, and
definitely
an adapter. Yep.
OE quality stuff.
Yeah, they do a really good job. It's definitely not like a cheap flimsy rear view mirror like you usually see. These are all your harnesses. You're going to have the extension harnesses when you use the backup camera. So when you plug this in, this is your extension harnesses to run from front to rear. Along with, yep.
I've noticed that one's for the blind spot one. And I didn't mention it before on the camera. This camera and mirror has a blind spot indicators on either side of the mirror. on either side. Rydeen also sells blind spot monitoring kits where you can drill and put lights in the A-pillar. This makes it seamless because you don't have to do any of that. It's just built right into the mirror, which is nice.
Yeah, and you also not spend additional labor on having to drill those holes in the car in an A-pillar or whatever. And these days you have so many A-pillars that have, airbags in them that you necessarily can't do that. Makes it nice for a cleaner install and a quicker install. And it's super nice quality. They light up orange. They look really good.
Now the blind spot monitoring is a separate piece, but it does have that provision in the mirror. And here's another piece there.
This is going to be your just your power harness, power ground ignition. So when you hardwire it in the car, rather than using like the cigarette lighter, you actually hardwire. It comes out for a much cleaner install.
Much cleaner. It's got your power, ground, reverse trigger. It even has one for accessories, so when the car is turned off, the camera still can't get power. And this looks similar to what comes with the...
Yeah, so you get an extra tool, a little screwdriver, great for the toolbox. Who can't use another one, right? We have 42, now you have 43. And then, of course, even include things like your zip ties, pry tool, and your T-taps. So we also do self-solder here at Dow Technologies. Also nice alternative than a T-tap.
Nice plug. Look at all this stuff.
You get so much stuff.
And it's going to one of you, whether you like it or not. So what do I got to do, Mike?
You gotta like our great video, because you know you enjoyed it. You have to comment on here. Don't forget to comment your name of your shop and who you are as a person within the store. And one of the most important things, which I hope you already did, is subscribe to our channel.
Yep, super simple. Again, want to thank Phil and Ruben for providing us this product, so we can give it away for you. And thanks for watching it. And we'll see you on the next one.
See you next time.